technical skills that a BA would need to have. So as we discussed, a BA need not be a technical expert in one language or in one specific area, one skill, but then they should be tech savvy. They should be in a position to appreciate the technology underlying. They should be able to speak the language that the technical and the development team. The technical skills covers various softwares, perhaps some hardwares, infrastructure, the tools, and practical elements, and aspects that are about the interfaces, the interoperability protocols, and things like that. The APIs, for example, which connects these different softwares. And these are all geared towards the three main areas. We're talking about increasing the office productivity and the work productivity. So we're talking about tools like Word, spreadsheets, presentations, and things like that. So again, documentation aspects of it, how we can make it more productive to do the work. Mail, for example, is again another productivity tool, because you're able to actually, without wasting time on telephones and meetings, you should be able to send a mail quickly. Again, there is a way that you do that. You need to be succinct, and you cannot be writing like pages and pages of explanation, elaborations in an email. Again, that defeats the purpose of an email. It should be short enough to give a detail, but then it should be written in a way that it is not offending, and it cannot be interpreted in a way that is totally different from what you intend to convey. So very important there. And business analysis, some of the tools and softwares are about business analysis, as we discussed: Rational Requisite Pro, Visio, Rational Rows, some of the tools like iRise, and the prototyping tools like iRise and Xure RP, and some of the wireframing tools like Balsamic. So all of these there are different tools and different softwares for each of these different purposes. And these are called CARE tools, computer aided requirement engineering tools. And some of the other tools are called CASE tools, which are computer aided software engineering tools. So we should be conversant with some of these CARE and CASE tools so that we can do the business analysis work. And communication tools, like obviously we've got loads of communication tools nowadays, with online coming in. We've got a lot of social media. We've got Slack, which is again another communication channels which we can try and use. Slack, Skype for business, and we've got Zoom right now, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams. All of these are communication channels, and video, audio, text. We can do all of these in a unified channel way with any of these different tools. So very important for us to know as BAs and work with these different tools. So office productivity, tools for documenting and tracking information and artifacts, as we discussed: word processing, spreadsheets, being able to configure printers and send up the documents. I would not worry too much about printers and the fax machines, because we are trying to live in an environment where we should try and decrease the footprint with respect to the environmental hazard causing stuff, reduce the amount of the print that we do. There are a lot of, there were times when I actually used to interact with stakeholders. They could not even send a mail or read a mail online. They used to actually print even emails, and they used to print loads and loads of paper. Everything that we used to send, report of 200 pages, print and read, and that too in color. So I was like really very disappointed with some of the approach of these people towards this. But thankfully, over the period of time now, I think people are discouraged from printing everything randomly without purpose and intent, so which is good. And business analysis, again, tools for modeling and documenting business activities, analysis stuff, and relationships, often graphically. So we're talking about OmniGraphil, which is a good tool for Macintosh and related tools, related computers. So OmniGraphil is a good tool for wireframing and for creating UML models. Like Visio is there for Windows, again a good tool. So we've got a lot of online tools now. We're working with Jira, for example. Jira has got a good tool. It's called I think Graphio or something, which is used again to create Glyphy, to create the models and wireframes online. Similarly, we've got EA, Rational Rows, Visio, so many of these business analysis care tools, as we discussed, and computer-aided requirement engineering tools and computer-aided software engineering tools, case tools. So very important for us to not only be familiar but also use actively for being more productive with our work. Communication protocols, again, tools aiding in our collaboration communication. Discuss Skype and Skype for Business, Slack, Zoom, audio, video, and chat, and same with Google Meet and Microsoft Teams. All of these are communication channels and collaborative channels.